Hi guys, happy Monday. Oh, I like Mondays. So, alright, what did we do yesterday? The Union Rite? Yes, we did the Union Rite. So today it's skin turning and the Wild Hunt. Again, union with the devil and the spirit world. Not the real devil. So, yeah, it's coming along nicely. Again, so I just think this is really cool. This is, I mean, like the guises and, you know, Mask Magick. When we did Mask Magick, that's in here. So we have a lot of different elements from what we had done before that are in this book as well. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, it just gives you so much more the history of witchcraft, like the folklore and the, you know, the devil in the meetings and all that stuff. So alright, now, in the midst of a clearing deep in the woods, a tangled wood, a small fire burns, its light rhythmically concealed and revealed by shifting shadowy forms, treading a circle about it. So, through the glowing smoke, rising to the crossed tree branches above, one can discern another figure. So stood before the illuminating fire at the circle's midst, a dark and mysterious, therianthropic, man-beast is he. A man-beast. Crowned with horns and hairy with animal skins. Now looking closer at the figure, the shadowy folk, hooded and cloaked, pacing their mesmerizing mill about the man of horns, and one can see that they too are part beastile in nature. So as glimpses of their faces in the firelight reveal the I don't know what that word is. I don't even know something. Countenances of animals and creatures familiar and unknown. So such a scene would well describe a clandestine gathering of the old craft practitioners in the present day. Yet it may also be reminiscent of the old lore and trial accounts of historical witchcraft. So we have that. So while it's the devil in manifestation, would often reveal himself in the form of a man, he could also choose from an array of animal forms to include a hound, a wolf, a toad, boar, horse, a cat, a bird such as a crow, and of course horned animals such as a goat, bull, or a stag, yet as the very embodiment of the rend in the veil. The folklore around this is just amazing. I love it. The imagery that when you read this, it is imagery. Alright, now, the opener of the way betwixt the world of men and the path of... What did I write? Reunification with the wild and with spirit. So the old one would also reveal himself in form betwixt man and beast. So early depictions of the devil's manifest image are of an explicitly therianthropic nature, in addition to it being generally agreed that this form was a being like a man, yet unusually large and often black. So he bore horns upon his head and was possessed of cloven hooves instead of human feet. So he may also have hands that are taloned and hairy like the rest of his skin. So his ears may be long and pointed, and his eyes frighteningly large for a human and mysteriously aglow or fiery. I love it. It's great. Now, in addition to supernatural manifestations of the devil, we may discern into old witch trial accounts suggestions that a man of the company, such as the witch master or leader of the gathering, would take on the role of the living representation and the vessel of the old one, while is suitably guised, just as may occur in present-day gatherings of the old craft. So it was, yeah, just a man guised as the old one, or a woman. I mean, it could be a woman or a man. So now, in some trials, the accused witches described the devil's voice as sounding strangely hollow, suggestive of speech from within the coverings of a mask and a headdress of horns and animal hides. Now that makes a lot more sense. So his body has been described as feeling cold and hard to the touch, like a corpse. So, which is also suggestive of disguises employing animal leathers, pelts, or hides. So whether a spiritual manifestation or an invoked presence within a magister of the art magical, the Old One is encountered as a mystical union of man, beast, and spirit, and via the old dances of the Sabbats, he leads his witches upon a path of return unto the blessings of such a reunion with themselves. That does say a lot. There's a lot read between the lines. So indeed, it is an ancient belief that witches possess the ability to shift their physical forms into those of various animals. Covens might perform dances of ritual skin turning, such as taking on the form of a hare to be pursued by the devil in the form of the hound. So bestial forms were also widely believed to be employed by witches in their private works of maleficia. For many was the time the appearance of some ordinary creature would be taken to be a witch in disguise, so out to work harm by magical means. Now the folklore of witchcraft is heavily laden with tales of some injury being inflicted upon the unfortunate creature, of course, after which some lonely old woman, long suspected of witchery, would be found in her home, bearing a corresponding wound upon her own body. So this is actually, no, it's not proof positive, but proof positive of her guilt in her shape-shifting ways. Alright, so witches and the devil both were said to enjoin with shifting, bestial, shadowy forms in the wild hunt, traveling forth as the otherworldly spirit horde across the twilight landscape, chasing death into life and life into death, as the old times when the ways betwixt the worlds are opened. Now, within some branches of the craft, the old art of bestial guising and skin turning continues as part of a rich corpus of ritual inversion, sacred atavism, and return. That is the whole concept of the Mask Magick that we did, to literally bring into ourselves part of that deity. And it was for the Horn One, Pan. So, I mean, literally, it has not changed since. So herein the witch becomes a bride, or a bridge, betwixt the worlds of man and wild animalistic nature. Now a sacred and magical act of possession and reunion, in which the witch also becomes a vessel and vehicle of the presence, potency, and the mystery of the Old One himself, the ultimate embodiment of otherness. That's pretty interesting. So through such immersive acts of unreality, an opening of the way betwixt the worlds is conjured forth, added by other ritual techniques of mystical return and inversion, so such as the performance of the Sabbath dances against the sun and or back-to-back. Otherworldly gnosis and the fire of witch blood may be such arts be stirred, fanned, and raised, led by the Old One himself upon the path of one. So it's pretty interesting. I mean, it's really, really interesting. I love it. Alright, now this, we do have 2 rites coming up. I'm only going to do the one because it's for solitary practitioners. Obviously, hello. All of us, I think. A lot of us. So, here shall be given 2 rites. The first being a solitary rite, by which one may become a living representation and vessel for the Old One and otherness, and animalistic atavism of sacred return via the rites, or via the arts of magical invocation and possession. So, the whole possession thing, completely not what you're thinking. So, such may be viewed as an initiatic act of union, and taking the mantle of priesthood unto the Old One himself. So, I just think it's wonderful. It really is. I think it's a wonderful. The whole, trying to find all these places to go, sacred places and stuff, is really hard. For me, obviously, because, we just don't have that here. I mean, we do, but, I mean, if, I wanted to go into those woods, there's bear traps, or not bear traps, I mean, I don't think there's bears here anyway, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, they have traps in the woods, so, I mean, really, we don't have places to go. Luckily, I am literally surrounded by pine trees. So, that'd be the solar aspect of the Horned One, but it'd still work, so. What do you guys think? I'm loving the lore, all the folklore behind it, behind the inversion with the devil and the union with the devil, and the archetype behind the devil within traditional craft. It's just incredibly, it's just amazing. I love it. So, sorry, I'm getting way too excited over this. Anyways, I like history. So yeah, what do you guys think? Anything? Let me know below. So, I will see you all tomorrow. I love you guys, and feed those ancestors. It's Monday. And all my love, all the way from, of course, Venus. Arms are sore. All the way back down. So, alright guys, I love you all very much. And thank you guys for all your amazing comments and everything that you guys do. You're all amazing, and I will see you guys tomorrow.